12 months ago, the small community of Trundle embarked on a bold scheme to save their town.
Imagine renting a family home for just $1 a week.
Is it going to work?
Of course it is, yeah. It's a great idea.
Obviously, we're practising Muslims.
I went up the coast to sort of find myself in a way.
We've got everything you need.
5 chosen families left everything behind to start a new life in the bush.
Whether this is going to be of a major advantage remains to be proven.
I would doubt if there was one family in 12 months' time.
As the year draws to a close, 1 family has left and 4 remain.
Our dream was to have a couple of acres and a horse and what everybody else sort of wants, a bit of the Australian dream.
There's a baby and a wedding on the cards.
Does Mummy look pretty? Yeah.
Yeah, they come.
It's a real-life social experiment like no other. But has it worked?
Where to from here? Because everyone's saying, are you going to do it again?
You want to be in a photo? No, not really. Yes, you are. You need your...
Farmers from all over the district are turning up in droves at the Trundle pub.
How you going, Dol?
Yeah, cool.
You're doing a good job, mate.
And it's not just to share a yarn over a schooner or two.
Yay, freeze.
Truth be told, they're a little nervous.
We're trying to raise some funds for the Trundle Tree Change project, and I've had to convince a few local farmers would they go in a calendar shoot. Had to convince them with a few beers.
Have we got everyone?
For the tree change scheme to continue, more $1-a-week houses are needed.
Oh, charity. It's all for charity.
Money raised from the calendar will go towards transforming derelict farmhouses into livable homes.
I used to help Ben do his wooden jigsaw puzzles at preschool when he was 2.5. You were very cute. You still are.
1, 2, 3.
These are all local models. Some of them are a bit more willing than others. Definitely no nudity. No, that looks great.
That's pretty good.
Yes, it's definitely. We want families to buy it and friends.
That's nice. Yeah. Can you give us a bit of a cheers? 1, 2, 3. Cheers.
There's not much good cheer going down at the Gurkha household. After spending several months renovating their second farmhouse, they were dealt a bad hand by their landlord.
I have a daughter that's in much need of a house because she's had a marriage problem, and so I've had to tell Dan and Kylie when their 12 months are up they'll have to find another house to move into.
We're on strings at the moment. We're just fighting all the time and like we don't normally fight ever. Not major fights, but just bickering and hasn't been good.
For a time we were sleeping in separate beds, at each other's throats, not because we hate each other, just because the situation was causing us to feel so much anxiety and stress. It was mostly Kylie's idea to do the tree change, so I think she feels responsible for our failure. And I think that's one of the things that's hard on us, is because I sort of blame her a bit. In the beginning I sort of thought it's too good to be true. They're not going to give houses away for $1 rent, and it's true.
With no work and no money coming in, Dan and Kylie are struggling to put food on the table. To take the pressure off, they've sent 7-year-old Morgan to live with Kylie's mum, over 800 kilometres away.
For me, it's heartbreaking to have to send any kid away, and yeah, it's just, it's not fair on him, it's not fair on his brothers and sisters, but, you know, if we could send more of them, we probably would. Just because it'd give us a chance to save the money to you know, move, you know.
And the next day or two we're going to start advertising Dan's ute pretty heavily, and hopefully it will sell really quickly. And this one got her advertised.
You know, our dream was to have a couple of acres and a horse, and what everybody else sort of wants, a bit of the Australian dream sort of thing, but yeah, anyway, that'll happen later, I suppose.
Tomorrow's a big day for Trundle. Joe and Andrew Gallen are getting hitched, and the whole town's invited. And it's been raining all week. Out on their farm, the waters are closing in on the bride and groom-to-be.
It's where our dam's burst its banks. You go off anywhere to the right there, you get bogged. It's just so soft.
If the rain doesn't stop soon, they won't be going anywhere.
$37 mil overnight. When tomorrow.
The reception's here, out the back, weather permitting. There was just I wonder if it's here. It was on the front page of the Star. It is. So the Gallens, Joe and Andrew are getting married. Trundle is invited. We hope to see all our valued customers and newfound friends come and help us celebrate and make another great occasion for the township of Trundle. There could be 30 people here. There could be 200.
At the Presbyterian Church, Minister Peter Kelly is waiting for the couple to arrive for their wedding rehearsal.
Personally, I was a bit worried when they first told me, because I've never done a wedding before, so funerals are more the order of the day here in Trundle, unfortunately, in an older community.
They're forecasting rain for the next 2 days. Don't be so dismal. I've got an awful feeling it's going to be wet.
But there's a pig on the spit, isn't there?
Yeah, there's something like that and going on. Not only that, the road is starting to cover between here and Bogan Gate, so you might find that people won't be able to get in here.
2 hours later, Joe and Andrew are a no-show.
Yeah, I think they might have been caught up with a few of their other tasks. Should be here at some stage.
Can you wave to Daddy? Say hi, Dada. Hi, Dada. Say hi, Carlo. Hi, Carlo.
A year after making the tree change from Canberra, nurses Claire and Tony Moore are making the most of bush living.
Going to put handprints on the chair, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, lovely. What did you do today?
Find them up.
But it hasn't been plain sailing. They quickly found themselves up against a bureaucratic rural health system.
They didn't pay us. It's taken them 5 weeks to pay us, which we find pretty unacceptable. We defaulted on our mortgage, which is something we have never ever done.
I hope by writing to you that we can see some change in policy that will stop this kind of problem from resurfacing again.
Don't be sorry.
And when their son Carlo suffered a near fatal asthma attack, the reality of living in such isolation hit hard.
It was the longest 2-hour ride of my life. If he had deteriorated rapidly, it could have turned pretty catastrophic if we didn't get to the hospital.
For Claire and Tony, the move to Trundle was never just about them. It was also about giving something back to the community.
And I come out here to care for people, and I feel that's my sort of almost my duty to the town.
But Tony hasn't been getting enough suitable shifts. Ironic in a town desperate for nurses.
All big and heavy rocks.
So he's had no choice but to go back to his previous career, geology.
I've been working at the mine doing exploration work for about the last, how long have we been doing it now? 3 months? So
3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months. I'm only doing that as really just to fill in shifts that I'm missing out at the hospital. I've got to be able to support my family.
Come on, off we go.
Claire's not getting much nursing work either. And with more time on her hands, she's discovered a hidden talent.
As well as being a mum, I thought I would kind of put, pen to paper and start writing down our journey of self-discovery and why we came out here in the first place. So it's kind of evolved into a book, really.
Joe and Andrew are supposed to tie the knot in a few hours' time.
It's 10. I just opened up the pub. They told me yesterday they'd be here at 9. I rang them at 9 and they were just leaving the house.
What's going on there?
Oh, must be caving in, babe.
Look at them. I don't want to open the door in case it comes in.
I'll go before we sink in the bubbles.
And I've also just heard that the road to Bogan Gate is cut. The road to Peak Hill is washed away. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit difficult for guests to get here, I think. We've had so much rain.
It's morning of the wedding and we're going to town, and this is what we've come across. The road is gone. Broke away there. Yeah, I think we could swim.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
All right, let's go. We've got to go.
Okay, I think that's done.
The locals are kicking in to make sure it all happens.
There's a plan. There's times and things. I don't think it's going to run to plan.
Trundle hasn't seen a celebration like this in years.
I don't know if I've got the lung capacity to do this.
When the Tree Change families were chosen, it was hoped they'd stay for the long haul.
We set it up so that it was up to the families once they moved here to find their own place in the community, and we're really conscious of that from the start. Having that sense of camaraderie with other people in the community, I hope they feel supported.
The first of the guests and rallies managed to make it through the flooded roads. So there's hope for the bride and groom.
He's going. They said that road was blocked, but we got through.
Hello?
Hello?
The road's definitely closed. It's gone, there's no road left. But it was good fun getting across.
And
the wedding is due to start in 3 hours, and there's still a whole lot to do.
Bring this one down to here and join it onto the corner of this one and make it a corner.
But heavily pregnant Jo knows what she wants. Well, sort of.
We're going to move this one to the end of that one.
The band's going to go here. Ish. It's not liking these tables at all.
I hope that people that have moved to Trundle through the scheme are loving what Trundle has to offer, like of living in a small community, because for me, it just gets better and better all the time. As you get older, you really appreciate the sense of community, what people do for each other, and stuff that they do anonymously and unrewarded, which is fantastic.